No nonsense gin drinking. All gin, no nonsense.
Hello gin lovers, welcome back. I'm Bobby Freeman and today, my friends, we have a rather special gin for you on the show. So special, in fact, it comes in its own special presentation pouch. So let me just undo this top and reveal it to you. Oh, feast your eyes on this little fellow, which goes by the name of Highclere Castle Gin. Now, some of my viewers may recognise Highclere Castle as the building where they actually filmed Downton Abbey. The building that is Downton Abbey, it's actually called Highclere Castle. Now, this is interesting because we actually featured a gin on the show, I think it was last year sometime, or maybe earlier this year, which was called Downton Abbey Gin. And I thought, hang on, is this just a rebrand of it? Well, apparently it is not. It's a completely different gin. That was kind of a gimmick born off the back of the popularity of the TV show. This is the real deal, apparently. This is the official gin of Highclere Castle, not the fictional Downton Abbey. And also, before we go on, have a look at that bottle. That is a thing of beauty. It looks kind of dark. I don't know if you can see it, but it's actually quite blue. If I hold that near the camera there we go, you see. It's actually kind of a lovely, beautiful hue of blue. A hue of blue, that's a very pleasing phrase, well, for me anyway. So, let us waste no more time, my friends. Crack the devil open. Oh no, hang on, not cracking it open yet, I'm getting ahead of myself. Have a look on the website and see what they say about themselves, shall we? And I thought to myself, seeing as though it's such a posh gin on the show today, it's about time I broke open the old tuxedo again, so here we go. And of course I shall be speaking in my most beautiful and excellent Queen's English. Highclere Castle Gin is the winner of 32 prestigious Gold Platinum Awards with a score of 96 points. I say! Distilled from a blend of botanicals grown on Highclere Castle's ancient estate, including vibrant oranges from the Victorian Orangery. This exceptionally smooth London dry gin integrates juniper, orange zest, lime flower, cardamom and other botanicals along with Highclere's famous oats to soften the finish. Highclere Castle is distilled at Langley Distillery, which is actually England's oldest distillery, don't you know? Now just a moment, if you listen carefully in the background, listen. You can hear a bloody noisy blighter buggering about with a leaf blower and ruining my video. Will you shut up, you bastard? Highclere Castle is renowned throughout the world for hosting extravagant parties with many of the world's most interesting people, and the gin was created to celebrate the true spirit of Highclere. Well, my friends, well. It's so impressive. Once again, my phone cover has fallen over. But as you know, once it's gone, I don't replace it. But my point is, that is bigging itself up to be quite an incredible gin, because not only has it got like an awesome backstory, obviously with the whole Downton Abbey thing, those botanicals sound pretty cool. What have we got? We've got juniper, orange zest, lime flower, cardamom. It's kind of your core botanicals, but to me, they better be using them pretty damn well, because that is quite the hype. So let's find out if it's up to it. Now at this point, I usually remove the tuxedo and go back to the shirt, but today I think I'm going to keep it. I'm just going to take this button up to loosen myself a little bit, because to be honest, some of you know I actually auditioned to be in Downton Abbey twice, once in the Christmas special and once in the movie, and I didn't get either of them. So to be honest, this is about as close as I'm going to get. So then, let's crack the devil open, shall we? It doesn't have a cork, unfortunately, and also my hands are so cold because it's so freezing in the studio, I can't get any purchase. Hang on a second. Give that a go. Oh, much better. There we go. I usually chuck the top over there, but today it seems such a nice bottle, I'm going to put it gently on the desk like that. So let's get her in the old bottle for a good old sniff. So here we go. My nostrils going quite literally in. Oh. Wow, my friends, I can safely say it definitely delivers on the smell, because, oh man alive, it's like a, how do you describe it? Kind of this sounds a bit pretentious, but a sort of a delicate symphony of aromas, but all those sort of gin smells you would expect, but kind of, there's something a little bit different. They're kind of very delicate, as I say, but they're kind of just, it's like they're perfectly aligned. I talk about balancing flavours. You've got like a gorgeous amount of citrus in there with just everything. It's sometimes when it's so when all the flavours and aromas are perfectly aligned, it's kind of difficult to describe them. It kind of smells like gin perfection. And whenever that happens, I say, let's not mess around. Let's get the old tonic in and give it a taste. So then, tiny bit of tonic. And the ABV, we talked about it said the ABV, didn't it? It was 40 something, what was it? Yes, 43.5, which is about sort of right what we expect for the normal London dries. So let's get a little bit of tonic in there, make a little gin tonic. I think I drowned that a little bit. I think we might need to pep it up a little bit more. Little tiny bit. Oh yes, now we're talking. So then, thank you very much to all my patrons and my members who are literally paying for the gin on the show. I say Highclere Gin. I say to every last one of you, cheers. Oh, 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 oh. I tell you what, gin lovers, I tell you what. I haven't told you what yet, but I will in a minute. That is damn good gin. It's kind of, do you know what it's putting me in mind of? Again, like another one the other week, it's putting me in mind of the old number 3 gin over there, because that was my best gin of last year, and it was a very, very simple gin. No sort of weird and wonderful botanicals. And this is the same situation. Let's just go over them again, shall we? It had the juniper, orange zest, lime flower, that's a different one, cardamom, and other botanicals. So it sounds like they've gone for a very simplistic recipe. However, sometimes simplicity can, in fact, very often simplicity can create the best things. That is just an absolute glorious harmony of just sort of bassy juniper, but kind of, they're sort of singing so close in harmony, it's kind of difficult to describe them, but that is kind of a good thing. That's when you know you got a perfect core gin rather than one of these novelty gins. Oh, and that's doing it very well. It's kind of like a sort of a really smooth kind of gliding, sort of silky sort of essence. It sort of caresses the tongue in a sort of a, I have this weird thing. I like to sort of rub, ever since I was a baby, I've liked to rub like silky labels on things. I don't know, I'm 40 years old now, I still like to do it. And you might be wondering why I brought it up now. Wow, it's because when this slides over the tongue, it's kind of that same sensation when you rub a silky label. It just sort of glides down like there's zero friction and just sort of, kind of massages the tongue a little bit. But as it goes, imagine that kind of sliding sort of silkiness. It kind of almost sparkles a little bit with citrus, kind of orangey and lemony. And it said lime flower, didn't it? There's definitely sort of a touch. I think lime is perhaps coming to the fore, but still kind of dragging the little bits of lemon and orange with it. It's kind of like a sort of a procession of party guests just sort of gliding into the mouth. So you've got that smoothies, you've got those kind of sparkly citrus, but then sort of along behind them are wafting its sort of curtain tails. Is that the right word? A sort of a long dress, curtain tail. I don't know, but you know what I mean. Sort of a long flowy dress. Which again is kind of a weird analogy, but imagine sort of a big flowing waft of juniper just sort of trailing in behind them, and then just sort of tailing off at the end with just kind of that, as soon as you swallow it, you've got kind of this waft of just kind of gentle, warming spices. And to be honest, it's so cold in the studio today, any kind of warmth is very, very welcome. So then, what's it going to be like neat? I mean, they say it's best to have it neat over the rocks, which it always is, but to be honest, because it's so chilly today, I think we're going to have that same sort of effect. So here we go, give it a go. Oh, there's a lot going on in there. The spices are much more to the fore now, much, much more, but the kind of the citrus, the lime and lemon are still in there. They do dissipate, but I tell you what, after a while it still lingers, but it's like a slow dissipation. My gin, neat gin drinkers will definitely find that a real journey, and it really is. But to me, again, as always, you know, I'm always a big gin and tonic lover, and that makes an exquisite gin and tonic. However, my friends, is it an exquisite Price. Well, let me have a look, because this is actually available quite far and wide, so including America, this country obviously, and Europe. So I've actually got the accurate prices here for them. So here in the UK, it's a little bit towards the higher end of what I like to pay. It's going to be £40. In America, depending on which state you're in, but it's around about the $49 mark, or 43 euros if you're in Europe. As I say, a little bit higher than what I like to pay, but the mainstream gyms the non-mainstream gyms, I am happy to go for, but somewhere between 30 and 40. And if ever I was going to push that envelope a little bit more, or indeed to the outer reaches of what I like to spend, that is worth it every day of the week. So guys, to sum up, it bigged itself up massively, as I said, and to be honest, I didn't think it was going to be able to deliver on all the hype, the beautiful bottle, the backstory and everything, but honestly, it totally does. And it kind of, I like this sort of simplicity of the ingredients, because if you're looking at all that backstory, the whole Downton Abbey thing, you know, all that 1920s, was it 1920s? I think so. But all that kind of sophistication and style and suave kind of highfalutin parties, they've kind of, I think they were trying to encapsulate that in a bottle of gin. And to be honest, I think they've totally done it. It's subtle and understated, but absolutely brilliantly put together and very intelligently put together with a simple but brilliant bunch of flavors. And I'm telling you, if you see this one, I know it's a little bit more expensive than some of the mainstream ones, but I'm telling you now, not only will it look awesome on the old shelf, it also tastes awesome in the old mouth. So I say to my friends at Highclere Castle, the distillery of the name of which I have forgotten now, but it's very, very good. Hang on, I'll check. The Langley Distillery, which is England's oldest distillery, I say to you, please keep up the good work. So guys, what a video today. It was definitely worth coming out in the cold for. If you appreciate me coming out in the cold and the way I waxed lyrical about this gin today and imparted some excellent and imperative information, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Press the like button on the video and the bell icon so you get notified when my new videos come out. And if you want to support the show, you can head over to the old Patreon page, or indeed click the join button below this video to join my YouTube members. But until next time, guys, you all know the drill. Take care, stay safe. Thank you to all my members and patrons, and of course, keep drinking the gin. What? Last one back's a rotten egg. Bless my sainted trousers. Has anybody seen my trousers? Fetch my trousers, I'm off for lunch.